All right, we are live. Welcome to this week's weekly meeting, this week's feedback meeting with the March cohort, the great March cohort, the Chargers, John Andre, Tafazwas of the boot camp. So yeah, we are on JavaScript, exciting JavaScript. And I'm just gonna share my screen and we're gonna just walk through the curriculum because you guys are supposed to start your capstone projects next week. Are you managing? Are you handling it? How's the progress so far? Where are you guys? As usual, you can just raise your hand and let me know what's going on. John Andre.
Okay, I'm currently busy at the quiz. The first, second section, variables, data types quiz. So I finished the first practical challenge, the second one actually, the arithmetic operations one, the challenge 1 and 2. I built something there that's it's supposed to be two different things, but I managed to build it in one. I don't know if it's correct or so on, but yeah, I linked the two challenges basically so that the answer of both challenges will appear on one program. And yeah, it's quite interesting. I just don't see yet how the JavaScript and the web, what are we gonna do there? I'm quite excited to see what we're going to achieve there. I find it quite interesting. Yeah.
Okay, all right, no problem. So you're gonna get to the events section. It's more like basics of events in this level, where when you click a button, a function will be invoked, and then function will run, and then that will change the UI. It will change the front end. So right now, you just need to learn what are functions, what are control structures, variables, data types, what are objects, what are arrays, and then you will also need to learn just one event for now, which is, let me just quickly check, the on click attributes, right, which is an HTML attribute where you add it to your button, and when you click that button, something will happen, right? The function that you have written in your scripts.js file will show. So yeah, right now there is only that one thing that you need to learn. And let's see when you're doing your capstone projects, if you face any challenge connecting your HTML, because connecting your JavaScript to HTML is the same way you connect your CSS. So they just speak together like that. So yeah. All right. Tafadzwa, where are you and what challenges are you facing? Sorry, John Andre, did you have something you wanted to say?
Excuse me, sorry, man. Okay, no, that's completely fine. I understand. I asked in 2 weeks back meeting. I asked you how do we link that. I wasn't sure. I managed to do that. That's actually quite simple. It's genuinely the same way as you do your CSS. There's no
Yeah.
difference to that, and it's just the editing that you. It's the same way. You have to make sure that your ID and all that is exactly the same as your index, as your HTML, to make it work compatible. So yeah, it's interesting. But that's all I wanted to say. Thanks a lot for your advice. I appreciate it.
Okay, awesome. No stress. Loris?
Just a quick comment. John, I love how you're sounding more and more like a professional in the field. Like, just keep up whatever you're doing. You're doing really well.
He is a professional. He is a professional in the field.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not so professional at home. So I'm trying to be professional at my work so that I can improve my home skills as well. It helps a lot. It helps a lot.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Tafazo, you were gonna say something?
Oh yeah. I think you know my issue. I told you that I had a bit of issues with my spectacles, but yeah, I'm back in the game. I'm sure I'll be up to speed by the weekend.
Yeah, I can tell a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of sacrifices need to be made right now because with the you need to start capstones next week,
Yeah.
Monday. You need to start working on your calculator app and on your shopping cart app. So you don't have much time. You ain't got much time.
Nah, we'll, we'll try. We'll definitely do it.
All right. And Chacha, what's up? What's happening?
No, everything is okay. I just obviously I started late because last week was hectic for me. But then now I don't know what's the criteria for getting my assignments to be approved. Like I'm stuck there. Yeah, I really don't know. It's not approving, so obviously I can't move forward. But that only
Okay.
happened yesterday.
Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the third complaint we received on that. So there's definitely a bug on my side. Which topic is that? Which assignment is that?
So it's the second lesson with was it the strings challenge? You know the three challenges for
Yeah.
strings? Yeah, the one where you reverse and so forth. Yeah, so it was that one. I submitted, but then it's not getting approved. The first one was approved. It was a walk in the park. It was fine. But now I'm just stuck there.
Okay. But it looks like it we caught some of you guys. So do you know what that Leo AI does? Leo tells us what you guys are searching on the back end.
Yeah, I asked him and he was like, "No, I can't help you, Shasha." So I was like, "Okay, I'll ask at this point, I just kept quiet. I was like, okay, it's fine. The meeting is today anyway, so I just wait for today.
Okay, all right. And then we saw some people just type in the entire challenge and Leo kind of snitched on us and gave answers. So we kind of need our model still needs a lot of fine tuning. There's so many things that it's still being worked on, right? We're still training it with so many more data, but it's not supposed to give you answers. And I'm not gonna name names to say this person did this because we can see.
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
okay, no, it's okay. Yeah, but so far it's fine. The only problem I had was the second challenge. It was the one where I had to count the vowels. Yeah, no, I was really stuck for quite some time. But then I tried removing the vowels, which worked. So my only problem now is counting the vowels. So yeah, I just couldn't.
Okay, all right, no problem. So there's this little trick, right, to coding challenges that involves using pseudocode that we haven't touched. I'm just gonna upload a video as soon as we finish this. As soon as we finish, that's the first thing that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a video on pseudocode on how to whenever you have a programming challenge, you need to translate, you need to first break it down into steps and into English steps. And then once you have your English steps, you start writing the code. That is the easiest way. And also when you start having your technical interviews, sometimes you don't need to finish the whole interview. You don't need to complete the challenge. You just need to show the interviewer that this is your thought process, this is how you tackle problems by breaking them down into small little logical steps and then writing the code for each step until you get to the end. So I'm going to record a video just now immediately as we go off this call that you guys can use as a reference when you're tackling these challenges.
Okay, yeah, sounds cool.
All right, cool, no problem, not a problem. Okay, so you also don't have much time. You have control structures, functions, objects, and arrays to get through, and by Monday. So if you have, you probably have to do control structures today, functions tomorrow, objects on Friday. Yeah, Friday, arrays on Saturday, and then start capstoning on Monday, because time is not on your guys' side, and you really don't want another extension, because now the April group is gonna catch you, like catch you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, John Andre.
Yeah, I was laughing, but I was laughing for a reason because I'm obviously the first guy who tried that with GPT. Well, not GPT, but Leo. Um, I did notice. I asked it when I was stuck, where Boypolo was stuck with that three challenges. Can you mark my assignments? I did ask it that. That was actually funny, but yes. That is the only reason I like that you said that you are seeing what we are asking, Leo, is because I use it a lot because I compare it to other bots I have as well to see which code is the best to extract and to use for the best possible outcome in your code, in your challenge or whatever you are taking on to do. So it's excellent. Thanks.
Yeah, it's it's good to use other tools as well, in conjunction. It is good. I highly recommend other tools, like GitHub Copilot is another good one. Let's say when you start getting to, even now, you can test it out. Try GitHub Copilot as well. Um, you can also try those ones in your code as well. But Leo will be the perfect tool, because we're gonna fine tune all our course content, so that he will act as a mentor for our course content. And then you also, later on, you will have the ability to, whenever you're done with your project, you upload it as a zip, and you get immediate response. You get an immediate grade, immediate recommendations on how to improve, and then you can immediately start improving your code or move on to the next. So we're still at the very early stages with Leo, just like with AI in general. So the more the technology matures and grows, then the more it will get better for you guys as well.
Excellent.
Yes, Taffy.
I wanted to know how did we do with the whole individual items for the E. I forgot the E items. Those individual items. I really wanted to know how we did.
Oh, wait, you haven't gotten your grades yet.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Oh, that's not good. Okay, we should get them by you guys, hopefully today or early tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think that's just an oversight. But you did well. You did well. You did well. Especially considering that you guys have just started. Like some of you guys that had zero programming experience, like zero. So you guys did well. The April guys also did well. Yeah, I think EWC is not going to have a problem choosing an intern. So it's just up to them now how they will select. But yeah, you did well. We'll get your scores tomorrow for sure, with the recommendations on how to improve your front end as well as your code. Okay.
That's fine. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, mm, do we have a question? Yes, Taffy. Tafazo, you've got your hand raised.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask. Isn't it we're doing? We also do forms, right? So
Forms.
yeah, forms. So like at what point do these forms actually start storing like the data that which people like input into them?
Like storing the
Yeah.
data.
Yeah, storing the data exactly.
So for that you need a database.
Okay.
So you're looking at not
Not
anytime
now.
soon.
Not now.
Yeah, not anytime soon. Not
Okay.
anytime soon. Um, yeah, but databases are easy because once you create, let's say you create your form and then you've got a class on it, right? Like you've got class username. You'll go to your database and then just apply that same class and say username. Then you put the value that the user put, and you don't do it manually. It'll
Oh,
be like it's so easy.
all right.
I would
So
say the hard part of this whole bootcamp is this JavaScript section, this introduction to JavaScript. My mic keeps falling down. I don't know why. This introduction to JavaScript, this intermediate JavaScript, and then the advanced JavaScript. Once you get these three sections nailed on, there's nothing that can stop you because everything else you're just building on top. React is just advanced JavaScript plus HTML. Databases is just objects. It's just objects. If you're using a MySQL, I mean a NoSQL database, it's just objects. And then when you're writing Node.js, it's basic JavaScript. Const express equals to value. It's so basic. So this is the most important section where you need to really take seriously and grasp as much as you can because the knowledge that you learn here you can take it everywhere else. And you can also now transfer your knowledge to, let's say you want to learn Python or you want to learn Java or any other programming language. This is the section that you take that knowledge that you transfer to other programming languages as well. So yeah.
that's fine. Thank you.
All right. John Andre.
Yes, just one last question. You want us to be finished by Monday so that we can start with the capstone, the individual capstone. I just want to know, is there during section 3 to 6, is there any more of those blockages that will block us to go further until assessment?
No, we're gonna work to remove them all and put an auto
Okay.
assessment because we don't want anything that slows you down. And
Yeah,
then
because I lost
yeah,
time like that previously.
yeah. And if you do have that challenge, you can message me or Loris, and then as soon as we get it, we'll fix it. But we've removed that setting because it's not convenient.
Thank you very much.
All right. And so far, what are some of the things, some of the improvements that you guys would need that you think would make your experience better? Anyone, please feel free because we improve, then it also helps you and everyone else. So none. So I guess we're a perfect boot camp then.
Yes.
Yes, Chacha.
Okay, not really speaking on like improvement, but mostly speaking on the okay, the perfect boot camp part. So I don't know. I was just thinking, just like a pointer for you guys, since well, I have this background in like the education industry. I don't think you should be sleeping on career expos and stuff like moving forward, not like with us related to
Mm-hmm.
the people who are learning, but I think a lot of people in SA are willing to spend a lot of money when it comes to education. So it would be quite nice to see a lot of youngsters in your high schools, locals, and so forth get to know more about these. So maybe on the side, I think there are a few career expos coming up because it's matric season. So if I hear of anything, yeah, please don't hold back. Because I was just thinking, I mean, the April cohort, it's just been a month and it's so good. You see, I think a lot of people could do with it because most of us are in our second career path with this. Clearly there's something wrong. Yeah, clearly there's something wrong we did in the beginning. So big ups,
Mm,
guys. Big ups.
okay, that's a very good suggestion to catch them young at high school career expos. Yeah, that's a great suggestion. That's a very strategic suggestion as well. Thank you. Thank you
Sure,
so
sure.
much.
And Chacha, when we have these, I'm gonna invite you so that you can come and speak as well.
Of
Would you like that?
course.
Yeah, of course I will. Yeah, I can
All right,
really relate to them. Quite a lot of them.
brilliant.
Okay, I'm on mute. All right, so I'm on unmute now. So, yeah, guys, I guess that's all. I wanted to go through all the concepts, but they're well explained. There's videos, and then I wouldn't want to just take time unnecessarily because if you are struggling, there's always that option to request an explanation or anything. So I'm gonna save everyone's time and not go through anything because time is so valuable. Time is like the greatest resource that human beings have. So we try to just save as much time as possible. So yeah, if that's all, I will just leave the floor to Loris, and then you guys can just ask anything or comment anything that you need right now before we just call it a day.
Thank you, Larry, and thank you for leading us through such a brilliant meeting. Also, thank you guys for the level of engagement that you showed in this meeting. I'm very happy with the way that everyone has been raising their hand and speaking. Just one thing from me, remember, don't forget, social media is your friend. Use social media, leverage it. Tell people what you're doing, tell people what you're learning, show them because again, and I'll reiterate, when you're now being looked at for the possible job, they look at your LinkedIn and they go through it. They go through it thoroughly to see if you've been consistent, to see what you've been doing, etc., etc. So just remember, when you build that small application, that calculator app, post that on your LinkedIn. When you do like what Chacha was saying, now I'm able to remove this part from the string and put this, post that on social media. Just be vocal, be vocal. Otherwise, you're doing a great job. I know that there is a mountain ahead of you, mountain of work. Personally, I believe in your abilities to do well. And I do not doubt that in the next 2 weeks or so, we'll be receiving brilliant capstone projects from the March cohort. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for coming and God bless you. Be well. Cheers. Bye bye.
Bye,
Thank you,
guys. Thanks.
Loris.
Thanks, Loris.
Bye.
Bye bye.